Hello, it's Kate.
And I'm Lyndsey, and welcome back to Cultyish, and happy Monday, Kate's favorite
Finally.
day, and Lyndsey's least favorite day. But I have an extremely busy week, so I'm honestly just like, let's get into it. Like, let's go. Like, let's get it going, because I'm just like booked and busy every single day this week after work. I have some sort of activity, so just like,
Damn.
gotta keep it moving, you know?
And I'm out here like I have so little going on. I texted my sister. I was like, "What days are you free?" And I'm about to see if she'll do some slave labor for me in my basement and fucking clean it for me.
What is she gonna do?
I need her to clean my whole basement, or not clean it, organize it. She's an
Oh
organizer,
yeah,
so
she's
I'm
really good
trying
at working.
to
Yeah,
get her professional skills because
that's good.
like I made this TikTok saying that I was gonna do a spring clean it like at the beginning of May. I made a
Mhm.
TikTok and I was like, I'm doing a spring cleaning series. I'm gonna spring clean my house. And I did one thing, and then I realized
What did
that
you do?
I organized Brooks's little shelf and I bought like 4 containers for
Mm.
it and then like put stuff in containers and like it's already a fucking disaster. And the last day of spring was 2 days ago because I told myself I was like, well, if I do the spring cleaning in all of May, like it's a month and a half to do it all and I'll do it.
Yeah.
Nope, I didn't do it.
May
So
slipped
maybe,
away like a
so
bottle of wine.
no, so did freaking June. Like, how are we already in?
I know. It's
So yeah,
crazy.
but I need her to do it. Like it's just
She's an
it's easier.
organizer.
She's an organizer. Like she knows. So
Yeah. Fun.
that's what I hope to accomplish this week. We'll see what kind of. But she told me she doesn't want to be my quote unquote slave, and then I have to pay her. I was like,
Oh, damn.
classic.
So you'll be
Yeah.
paying her.
So I guess I'll be paying her.
You could pay her like in like some sort of like lunches or like Starbucks
I
or
don't
something like
know. I mean, I can pay
that.
her cash. I have cash. Like I'll give it to her. But she was like, I'm not your slave. You have to pay me. I was like, that's what family is. Slaves for each
Right.
other.
No, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to like, you know how many times
Yeah.
I've had to move like family member, like John's
No,
brother, like,
literally.
and they've done it for us too. Like, I'm not saying it's like
No,
we all do it for each other. Like, it's the way it goes, you know?
it is. But like, let's be honest. Like, my sister isn't calling me up asking me to organize her room for
Oh,
her. Like, she.
there's a guest at my door. One second. I really have to let them in. You can keep talking. One second.
There's a guest at her door. Who's at your door? Like at her front door? I don't know. The other thing I did this weekend is it's the dumb dog. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God, that was so mean. It's
It's her
Lucy,
beauty queen. It's Lucy,
Miss America.
the deaf and blind dog that will bite you.
Not me though. Anyways, she was
Oh,
really feeling
Queenie.
sad without me, so she was scratching at my door, so she needed me, so I just came to the
That's so
rescue.
funny. She's definitely bitten me once.
She fights people all the time.
Yeah, and your dad was like, "Oh, Lucy." I was
Yeah.
like,
One time
"Okay."
he literally bit my sister's boyfriend in front of her. My whole family like turned to my dad to see how he was gonna react, and he was like, "What?" And we are like, "What are you gonna do?" And he was like,
Yeah, like get
"Nothing."
her.
He was like,
She
"She
was
didn't do
like,
that."
"My queen."
But
She's
she's such a
fine.
cutie
That's
and she doesn't mean
hilarious.
to do anything bad. So, um,
For
anyways,
sure.
she's here staying with us, so we're having fun with her.
Yeah.
But
Well, the other
anyways,
thing I did this weekend was I literally caught up on Love Island, which was an insane thing of me to do. Like, I can't believe I'm caught up.
yeah, that's good though. You're
And
in with the times. Like I'm
yeah, but
momming out with the
I knew
culture.
when to zoom forward, and all I can say is apparent. So that Huda girl, the one that you said,
Huda.
um, you're like I know her, like
Yeah, she's the only
because
one I know because like I literally don't know
social
anyone's name
media.
because like I just watched the clips and like per the clips, Huda is the it girl.
Well,
Not in a good
Huda
way.
shook her ass like nothing I've ever seen
I
before.
saw
Like
this.
literally, my jaw was on the floor watching it. I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And then I also was seeing TikToks being like, she's never gonna beat the stripper allegations now. And I literally was like, oh, she's 100% or was a stripper at some point in her life. The things she was doing, I was like, how did she even think
She
of
should
that?
go on OnlyFans. Like she would make so much money. Like she should do that.
Maybe she already does. She does like fitness.
I
So
feel like we
maybe
would
she
know if she had an
doesn't.
OnlyFans account. People would be talking about it. I don't know.
That's true. I mean, she has a daughter.
I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, it's true.
You would
But
do it too for a tip.
no, if she if she's not a stripper, like I'm shocked because she was doing these things, and as I was watching her do it, I was like, what is she about to do? And then she started shaking her ass in the craziest ways, and I was like, oh, she's a professional.
Mm-hmm.
But the show's really good, and I just know like some shit's about to go down because Lyndsey, there's this girl, Anaya.
Mm-hmm. I've heard about her.
She's 100%. She's Dominican, but grew up in New York. She's a firecracker.
Okay.
And the guy she's with, she's like, I love him, I'm obsessed with him, blah, 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 blah. And like she's already yelled at a few guys, and she's like saying how much she loves him and is obsessed with him, and he's like, I don't really like her. And I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
She's about to destroy him.
So Amaya's about to come into the news and Huda's about to take a backseat. Is that what you're
I
saying?
have a feeling if things go the way I'm foreseeing it, and this guy, you know, grows a pair and says, and I don't really like you that much, she's gonna go ape shit. She's already gone ape shit a few times. She's hilarious. Like, she is like a literal crazy person, but like she's so funny. She's so New York.
Okay,
She's so New York.
she's about to be making more news.
I think so. Like, I think that's the next big thing to happen is like Amaya is literally going to attack somebody.
How
because
long does
like
this show last? Excuse me.
honestly, I have no idea.
Like, how long are we doing this for? Like, how long are they introduced? Because don't they like continue to introduce people?
I think it's 6 weeks.
There's a rumor that Brianna Chickenfly is about to enter the villa. Have you seen that rumor? And have you seen like people's like facts, which like make it seem kind of like
I mean, I just feel like that'd be really weird.
that's like the rumor. And like she was doing a podcast or something, and like where she was sitting, she was like the curtains were the same as like other, like it was like looking like the vibe was
Yeah,
that.
but she would go on and just like be there, no?
She would be a bombshell, they were saying.
Okay,
What?
no, that would be fucking stupid.
That's what they were saying. Like that she's gonna enter as like a member, like a castmate.
I don't see it. Guess how many episodes were last season?
How many?
57. We're at
Well,
14.
How many episodes? 14?
Yeah,
Oh Lord.
I know. So that's my prediction is like Amaya is about to like fucking ream this guy's ass because she's like all about like, and it was so random. They like randomly get coupled up and she's just like, I love him, he's so great, I'm so happy. And he's like, I don't really know how I feel about her. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Because she like went after this one guy because this one guy's like he has these moments ace. He has these moments.
I've heard
You've
about him
actually
as well.
seen him on. You've probably seen him on TikTok because he teaches people how to dance on TikTok,
Okay, yeah.
and it's hilarious. And like he's just like so annoying, but like sometimes I like him, and sometimes like he was paired up with Amaya at first, and then she's like called him babe, like but she calls everyone babe, and he was like, don't fucking call me babe.
I saw that. I saw that.
And I
clip.
was like. And then she was like,
Wait,
what the fuck you say to me?
Do people like Ace or not? Because I think it's mixed reviews amongst our friends.
I mean, I think it's mixed reviews, personally. Okay. I would say right now I'm like kind of annoyed with him, but he's also just like kind of just there's a rumor. So there's Ace,
Okay.
and then there's this girl Shelly. And they
Okay.
came on and they were like, wait, I know you. And they had like run into each other at a club before. And they like didn't get paired up immediately. They've been like kind of flirting. And
Okay.
then they just got coupled up. And there's like rumors online that say that like they both knew they were going on and they like planned it. So like I will say if they win, then like I think
It's
people
sus.
will it's sus. And
Okay.
like but then they also kind of did the smart thing of like didn't go together right away and like gave it a second. But I will say like if both of them are and they don't like seem to like each other that
What
much.
do you win? Like, what's the prize? If you leave with somebody, like, what do you get?
It's
Like, why-
$100,000.
If you leave with somebody, you win $100,000.
So like
I don't understand.
people get voted off
Right. If they're
So
like
you have
not
to-
connecting.
if they're not in a couple.
Right.
So you pick your couple, and then if like like it switches up. It's literally remember in Bachelor in Paradise
Yes.
where it was like guys and girls,
Yes.
and like there was always an odd number of one.
Right. Right. It's
So,
so
like,
like you're
sometime-
not coupled up, you're out. You're on the outs.
Yes, and so that's like kind of the basis of it.
But
But
how do you
randomly,
win the money? Because in Bachelor in Paradise, you're not winning money. You just like get engaged. Like
so
that's
you
the prize.
make it to the couples make it to the end, and then America votes
for the
on
winner.
their favorite couple for the winner.
Okay, I see. I
Yes.
do.
So that's like part of it is being likable. Like this next episode, people voted to say who their favorites were, and the people that have the least amount of votes are vulnerable.
Oh no. Is it a
Yeah.
100,000 each or total?
I think it's total. I mean, it's nothing.
After taxes, they're
But
walking away with like 10 grand each.
no, literally. Like they get to be in Fiji for 6 weeks and like they
They
get to
stay
be
there
famous.
after, like on Survivor.
No, I think they like go home. No, they go home
Well,
because the one
yeah,
guy
'cause
went
that one
home.
guy's home. Yeah. Like on
Yeah.
Survivor, if you get voted out, like you get to like stay at a resort. And I'd be like, all
It's
right.
always like so interesting to me, like the people that just like now I will say this. When I say I'm watching Love Island, like it's on in the background, like I've missed so much. Like but I've seen the clips and like people die for this
I just
guy.
feel like you get the gist of what's going on. You know
Like
what
I
I mean?
get the gist, but like this guy that left and like literally got 1 million followers in
That's
a
what I was telling
day.
you about last week. You're like, I don't really know about him. I was like, he's literally like, they're
But that's what
flying
I'm
him
saying.
out to the Hilton
But
Hotel,
Lindsay,
Fiji.
this is what
Like,
I'm trying to tell you. Like he maybe got 10 minutes of airtime. And like
people want like to see him in
but like
Dubai.
literally
Like,
he was like, I have never left the country before. I got a passport for this. And
I
everyone was
saw,
like and it's just
I
like
saw that.
I think he's really sweet and cute and like I'm so happy for him, but it's just the craziest thing to me of like what America just like gloms
I
onto and
think
is
it's
like, I'm
because
obsessed.
everybody like thinks that girl Huda's crazy, and this is what I've surmised from a third party perspective with no particular interest in the matter, is that she he was a victim of Huda. Is that correct?
No, not even close
Oh,
actually.
okay. So I thought like everyone hates Huda. He's a victim of Huda. Like
No,
let's
no, no,
get
no.
him
The guy
like
who's a
out.
victim of Huda is still there and he has a new girl. Like Huda's
I
all by
saw.
herself,
She
just
was like,
sitting there
that was
like,
my dream date, like sitting on the beach. I saw.
no. Oh, my dream day. I was like,
Sitting
okay.
on the beach talking is your
No,
dream
and now
date.
she's like trying to fuck around with like the girl who is her best friend in there, her man. She's like going after Pepe. And she's like, I wish you would have just
Okay,
said
I've never
something
heard
to
of
me.
Pepe.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, it's just, but no, that one guy that just like got so, Lindsay, I'm telling you, like, he went on this date. They didn't even show any of it because they were showing Huda's guy on his date. Like, they were more showing that. And
Okay.
then, like,
Okay.
literally, maybe they were just talking a couple times and he was just like sitting there. But like, the Huda drama, like, totally Huda, woulda, shoulda.
I don't know who I
Huda.
call her Huda, Huda like
Huda.
Huda
Who the hell is that?
Huda Booty,
But
you know?
he like didn't like make an impact on me in that way and then like everyone was like dying for him and I'm like
No,
so
but
happy
people
for
are
him
like
but I was
crying.
just I'm like I guess I missed something because I was like okay bye
No, everybody's like
but he was
in,
really nice like so then there's this thing that will happen called Casa Amor.
I've heard about that.
Yes, where they like all like some either the guys or the girls go to a different house with another group of guys or girls, and I feel like they should have him be there. Give him
But they
another
go to
chance.
Casa
Or
they
what?
you go to Casa Amor when you're in a couple. It's
No.
like a privilege.
They
No?
break
Okay.
up the couples for a week.
Oh my
And
God. This show
and
is
some
crazy.
it's crazy, dude. And they take like the guys to Casa Amor with a bunch of girls that are and then if the guy wants to like stay with the girl at Casa Amor, he brings her back to the other girl who's just sitting there like
That's where they think
so
Brianna Chicken Fry is gonna be in Casa Amor.
okay. I could see it. Well, and
That's what they're saying.
that's where sometimes they'll bring people from other seasons or something. So like I could see
Okay.
him next season being
Going
asked to
back.
be at Casa Amor. I think. I've
Okay.
only watched one other season than this. I'm no
Okay.
expert. But
I,
yeah, so that's what's happening and
Ew.
I'll probably watch tomorrow this episode. I'm sure there's already clips, but the real big event that's happening this weekend is the NBA Championship, which is happening right now. Pacers versus
Oh, is it game
OKC.
seven?
It's game 7.
The way that my
And
husband hasn't turned it on one time because he can't bear
well,
to
yeah,
watch it.
because Drew's so fucking. I mean, John's so fucking dramatic.
He's
Well,
so Nuggets fan that he won't watch it.
well, no, he's such a Nuggets fan. He won't watch it. And like, I'll just give you the gist because I already know who's gonna win. Both teams also like have in their like history have never won the NBA championship.
Yeah.
But we're watching. I'm joking around. Drew screams. I said, "What?" Their best player, the Pacers. My husband's from Indiana. He, as my husband would
Is
say,
Drew into the Pacers? I've never heard him speak of the Pacers one time in my life.
you should call him out on that because
I did.
he's like, "I'm
John
always a
did.
Pacers." He said, "I've always been a Pacers fan. They just have always been bad, so I don't care." And I'm like, "Okay, like you liked the
That's not
Chiefs
a
when they
real
were
fan.
bad."
The
That's what I
Broncos are bad
said.
all the time. We
No, it's
stay
true. I
writing.
mean, hey, I'm not complaining that my husband doesn't watch basketball. Like, I'm not
I don't
complaining.
care. I'm just saying. I've never heard him talk one time about the
No,
Pacers.
so he's a huge. Well, guess what? He's like, I guess they're bad luck charms. They're bad. But my husband's watching the game. 5 minutes in, he screams out. I say, "What's wrong?" And he goes, "Oh my god, oh my god!" The best player, quote unquote, destroyed his Achilles. Literally, you watch it pop. He literally is like makes the step pop.
Just now?
Yeah, at the beginning of the game. So the score is indicating that they will not be winning this one.
Oh no.
And
Well, John was
so,
rooting for the
okay,
Pacers because OKC's the team who got the Nuggets out of the. But I always say, and this is my aunt's theory, she always says this because she's a huge college football fan, and she always says, don't you want the team who beats you to win it all? Because then it's like, oh, well, you were like lost from the best team. But John's
no,
like, I don't
it's
agree.
so true.
But he was like, I'm rooting for the Pacers because OKC's the one who got the Nuggets out. So he was rooting for the Pacers. But I just didn't know Drew was a Pacers fan. I just was not
No, he's
aware.
a fake Pacers fan. Also, like, this is something that needs to be addressed. Indiana, they have this saying in 49 states, it's just basketball, but this is Indiana.
I think that's so true. Indiana's a huge basketball place. Like
This is Indiana, so basketball is what?
their best
Finish the
sport.
sentence.
They're
But this
that's
is Indiana, and we die for basketball.
I
I
think
didn't
that's
like it.
true. I think that's true.
Well, they don't say that in the saying. Like, every shirt says this, like, half-verklempt phrase. In
Okay.
49 states, it's just basketball, but this is Indiana, and it's life, and basketball is life, or something. Like, finish the thought.
They don't really have like football in Indiana, so I understand where they're coming from with the statement. Like I get what
Drew
and
thinks
they're
it's so funny.
and
I, like,
well no,
don't
they
get
do. They
it.
have the Colts. Oops. I forgot about
Yeah,
them.
yeah, well, there you go.
Like I mean, back in the day, like Indiana University, like I don't think they've been good as of late, but I do think like they are like a basketball school. Like that's kind of their thing.
Well, I think it's a stupid saying, and we
I
asked Drew's
get it.
friends.
It
One of
is
his
weird.
friends was like, thought it was funny, and one of his friends go, "Yeah, because all we have is corn and meth." I was like,
My, not the meth.
I
Well,
mean, have you
speaking
been
of
to
the Midwest,
Indiana? What?
yeah, I have been in Indiana. Speaking of the Midwest, we've been watching the DCC documentary this week, and there's a girl on there named Abby from Ohio, and she's my queen, and I love
I
her.
was like really worried she wasn't gonna make it.
No,
Spoiler
same.
alert!
So
If you
anyway,
guys
yeah,
aren't watching DCC,
spoiler alert. Kate and I've been watching DCC all week, and it's just like literally such a good show. And I just like a lot of
yeah, I
people are
cried
like
like 4 times.
same. And a lot of people think like, oh, these girls are so toxic. These girls are so this. There's like this whole thing. It's like no, like these people are members of an institution. These girls are so impressive. Not only do they work full-time jobs, they go to
Yeah,
practice every single day. They're not only like athletes, they're also like amazing friends. They're amazing girls. They are kind people. Like they just have like a standard that is like so high. And I just am like so impressed by them. And I think that they're amazing. And I think that they like deserve more like clout and love and like have you finished it?
no, I'm almost done. I have one episode left.
Okay, so yeah, so you're like kind of where I'm at. So that girl
Yeah,
Jada this year is like such a standout star to me. Like I
yeah,
find her
for
to
real.
be so impressive and I think she's like just such a star and I'm really loving like getting to know her. I think it's like cool this year how we're like we're seeing the
Getting
people from
different
last year,
girls.
but we're
I
like
was
getting
gonna
to
say that.
know other people.
Different
Like the
girls.
Shondi girl, like she was like around, but like I didn't know her, which like she kind of went through a scandal, but like like the new girls like Charlie and Kelly, like we knew them from last year and they didn't make the team, but now
Yeah,
we're seeing them like make the team, but we're just
I
like getting
know.
the new girls, like the 18-year-old girl who I'm the most impressed with her. Like she is literally in college, a young girl like doing DCC, doing school, having a like she's really like managing it all. I think that's like at her age like extremely impressive. So I just think
Yeah.
there's such a good example for like young people and like society and like life. And the show makes me miss Texas a lot because I just like
I was
Texas
gonna
is
ask
like
you that.
yes, like John and I were watching it and they show like where we live. Like where they are is like where we lived in Frisco. That's like where they
That's what I
practice.
thought. I saw it and I
Yeah.
was like, this looks familiar.
Yes. And like that's where we live, like literally 2 minutes from there. And like it's just like Texas is just like when they're showing the scenes of like the highway, I'm just like Texas is so like clean and fresh and like I don't know how to explain it, but it just like has a different vibe about it that I just like really like. And I do miss that. Like I love living in Colorado for like my friends and my family, but like I really miss the vibe of Texas and like the vibe of the people, you know?
Fucking
Hello?
did it again.
You're cutting out.
Damn it.
But yeah, I literally watched the show and my first thought was like, I'm sure Lyndsey's really missing Dallas right now.
Yeah, that show makes me miss it. Just like the people there, just like I don't know how to describe it. Like I was
Yeah.
saying, they just have this
No,
vibe.
these girls are all like so. I mean, okay, what did you think about the pay thing?
I see both sides to it, but I do think
I know.
I do understand where like a girl like Jada who
Yes.
she's like I work and I come here and I'm a leader and like I feel like maybe they should be getting paid by like their participation. Like I don't know how the pay works. I think it does. I think you do get paid hourly
I
by like
think
what
you
you
get
do.
paid. I think you get paid for what you do. Like, I think like people like Jada and them are making more.
Right.
However, usually I'm someone who's like, well, you should be getting paid for like what you're, making.
Mhm.
And like in this scenario, the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders probably make them so much money.
So
Wasn't that the entire point of Charlotte
Charlotte Jones,
taking over, that she was supposed to make it profitable?
but she did. And
And
they make
she did.
yeah.
And it's like, okay, well then you need to pay them. Because like if they weren't bringing in that much money and like that was the reason,
Right.
I would understand that. But like that's not the case. Like this is the Cowboys. They have so much fucking money. Like they
Right.
can easily pay these girls, and they should. But then I also do get the point of like I genuinely want to know if there's a girl out there who made the team and literally was like, well, I can't be on this team because like I'm not getting paid enough money.
Or like
And I don't think that girl exists.
I don't know. I think that a lot like yeah, I see your point of like I think a lot of people go to Cowboys games like to see the cheerleaders, to be honest. Like they're not that good
Yeah.
at football at this point in time. So like
Well, and the cheerleaders do events. They
Right.
they do so much. Like when we were watching it, because I think they make like what, $30,000.
they make 50 at this current like before they do end up getting a raise, spoiler alert, but at this current time and place, their pay is $15 an hour. Now they get paid $75 an hour, but at the time of the documentary they're
Okay.
making $15 an hour, which like I get it. Like they're doing events that are making the Cowboys like thousands of dollars. And like if I still lived in Dallas, I would go to a Cowboys game literally to go see the cheerleaders. Like if I was in town, I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, I'll go watch them.
No, and therefore they should be paid for that.
Yes. So I
But
see that, but I do see the point of like this is like their hobby. Like they come to dance. It's like an extracurricular.
It's a side job.
Like a lot of people do core power and they teach core power classes. And I'm not saying it's the same because this is way more work and like totally different.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just saying like people do extracurriculars outside of work and like they're not get like you don't really get paid that much to be a core power instructor. Actually, you have to pay a lot to do it, like to do the class. So like and you do get paid, but like
Yeah.
so I see both sides, but like I don't know. I do think they should get a raise. And like I do think the leaders, like the leaders, the group leaders, they should get paid like as like a leader. Like there should be tiers to like how much you get paid.
Well, and I was thinking that too. And I feel like there should be tiers for like how many years you've been working. Like I think all of that should affect it for sure. But I also it was very interesting to see the girls that were like, I don't care, signed it. They're like, I'm not losing my spot.
Right.
It was like,
I see that too. Like I think if you are a person who comes from
but like good
privilege-
on those groups of girls who were like, no, like I'll lose my spot, I'm doing
Right.
it. And then I mean, kind of shame on the Cowboys too for being like, well, if you're participating, even though you didn't sign your contract, like you're agreeing to the contract, so
Yeah.
sorry. Like, what's the point of signing a contract then?
No, it's so true. And like you can definitely see the difference in the girls of like who like just finished college and they're like, I'm gonna take the summer off and work to get on the DCC and I'm not gonna work until I get, like there's like a
Yeah.
privilege. You can tell the girls who have like the privilege of doing that, which is great. And then the girls who like literally can't afford to do that. Like their parents can't keep them on their bankroll for the summer.
I know.
And they have to have a job and they have to go work in Dallas. And the thing is like I think logistically like that people don't understand with like that I think about the most is like Frisco is like 30 minutes outside of Dallas. So like a lot of these girls are working in the Dallas in the city and then they're driving. They have to be in full glam for every single practice. They can't just show up to practice and like no makeup. Like they have to be ready to go every day. So they're coming from work, they're driving an extra 30 minutes there if they live in the city or if they're working in the city. Like it's just like a lot of time. Like I think it's just like a huge, but it's also like 3 months of the year. Like it's not all year. So it's hard to say, but overall, like I am glad they got a raise and I do hope that like it starts to like affect like other teams. Cause like just because the Cowboys, like we see this, like other teams might not be as intense, but like they're doing this. Like the Chiefs cheerleaders, the Broncos cheerleaders, like they're doing the same thing. They're practicing. I don't think they're practicing in full glam every day, and it's not the standard, but it is like a similar vibe,
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I'm curious what, like, the difference is.
Yeah, I mean,
there's just so much more of an institution. Like, you're watching it, and, like, I literally cried, like, 5 times, because I was like, this is so cool.
It's, like, an iconic thing. It's, like, so amazing.
Well, it's very reminiscent of a sorority. Like, if you were in a sorority and you're watching DCC, I feel like you're like, whoa.
Totally.
Like, I see the sisterhood, like,
yes,
which always makes me emotional.
100%. And that's why I relate a lot to the girls, like the second who like, because like I didn't get in my first year and like it was really hard.
Know.
So like I am Charlie. Like I am Charlie. Like I worked like the whole year to get in the second year, like put everything aside, like, and like
and you did it.
I mean, kind of, but like it wasn't the journey I expected. But anyways, like it's just like a weird situation. It like makes me feel, but it makes me think of like my sister who did Bama Rush, and like she is like the type of person. Like I was talking to her today, I was like, because we were talking about the show, because she watches it too. I'm like, if you were a dancer, you would be on the DCC. Like she's the type of person who would like go for that. Like she was like a Bama sorority girl, like. Phi Mu, like does all, like did so much stuff.
And that's why with the pay thing, like I do think that like it is this like motivator for excellence of like, yeah, like you are not going to be making enough money just doing this. Like you have to do other things. Like in a sorority, they force you to like join, do clubs and like be an active participant. And like, this is kind of their way of like forcing them to like do more than just the cheerleading, which like I do think is how you create, a well-rounded individual.
And that's
I'm
like
sure all these women who and I'm sure all these women who got paid $10 to do this or like actually lost money because they were like having to pay for all their stuff. Like I'm sure they're all like, are you fucking kidding me?
I would have lose money. Like I would have to get my eyelashes done. I'd be driving.
But they pay for all that now.
Yes, I saw.
Did you see that? They pay for all that stuff.
There are a lot of like you get all this free like Botox.
I know, and it was definitely interesting that they showed all of that because I was like, wow, okay. They were trying to be like, oh no, they were definitely trying to be like, yeah, we don't pay them that much, but like we do all that shit for them, and I'm like, okay. Yeah.
But they want them to
all year round though. Well, exactly. So, like, what do you want?
Right. It's like I totally see both sides. Like, it's a hard situation.
No, I'm glad they're getting paid.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah,
like,
I am too. And I'm curious if that will like change the vibe because it happened this year. I'm curious if it will like change the vibe if they do a third season. I will say, like, not to be a hater, this is not hitting like the first season did.
People
in
are
my
saying
opinion.
that, and I didn't feel that. Like, I really enjoyed getting to know new people.
No, let me say this. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Like if they do a third season, like sure, I'll watch it. But like the first season I just feel like was a docuseries and we like learned everything we needed to know and then we just like are kind of watching it again. Therefore it's just like kind of losing its sparkle,
Yeah.
And like I'm not and also like sorry, like all of the woke stuff of like they don't like tell them to like get on the scale. Like cuz the Making the Team show, that show was around for a long time. Right. And like I think a big reason people liked it and it stayed around for so long is cuz they would be like oh, you look really fat. Like, you should not look like that. Like, they were brutal. And, like,
So
they
have their
could
words now.
never.
They have their words now to describe that, and I've caught on to it. The words are, they'll say, is she glamorous enough? Which means, is she pretty enough? They're not saying if she's like, they say, is she glamorous enough?
Yeah.
That means it. Or they'll say, is she too womanly? Like that one girl, they kept saying she's so womanly. That means she's fat. That they're saying she's fat. Like, that's what they were saying.
They did tell the lifting girl, like, hey, you don't need to lift anymore. But, like, they used to, I think, like, on the Making the Team show, the reason that was able to stick around for so long is because they were being, like, so crazy. And people were like, how are they doing this? And, like, they could never talk to people like that. Like, they'd get canceled in 2 seconds. So
I think they do.
That's where, well, no, I think they definitely, no, I think that one girl, like, low-key probably got in a little bit of trouble because she was like, I don't want to say who said it. I was like,
yeah. Like, yeah. They're still stuck.
But no, like, and I think they're, like, being so, like, nice compared to what they have how they have been in the past. Before, it was kind of like a one season wonder, whereas, like, season 2 was fun and cute and great, and, like, we're seeing the new girls.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see a third season. I could not. Like, I think this might be, like, the end of it.
I mean, they did Making the Team for so long, and it was the same thing as this. It's just the same thing.
I know, but what I'm saying is I think the reason the Making the Team thing was so good is because they were being so nuts to them.
I think I'll always watch a new season because there's new stories.
They were weighing them.
Yeah. No, I think they still do. I just think we don't see it. Like, I think they're getting weighed.
I don't think they do. I don't think they're allowed to.
I think when they go in for that uniform fitting.
So much trouble.
I'm surprised they let that one girl, that made me cry when they let her dance without her wig. I thought that was really, like, sweet. But then it was like,
that was really nice.
I feel like that was them.
But that's what I'm saying, dude. You think they would, like,
her wig? We think she's so
No,
pretty.
I know.
She is a beautiful girl.
No,
but, you know.
exactly. Like, but that's what I'm saying is I think that they're trying to be more progressive. So, like, I don't think they're doing any of that stuff because honestly, like, these girls would say something.
Yeah, it's true. I think I'll always still watch because I want to, like,
it's like hazing. Like, we used to get away with more stuff, and now you can't do that stuff anymore.
Yeah, people don't do that anymore. Like, that's true.
People don't. And,
Not
like,
really.
I think they were,
Not
like, low-key
here.
getting hazed.
Not around here. Yeah, but those girls are, like, used to it. Like, they're literally from, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No, it's true. So I don't know, but I don't think I don't think a third season will happen. Personally,
if it does, I'll watch it because I just like to get to know
like,
the girl.
And let's be honest too, like, half the reason the second season, like, I wanted to watch is because I was like, well, I want to see my girls, Charlie and Kelly, get on this team. And I saw my girls get on the team, and I'm so happy for them. Literally sobbing. I was like,
I know, me too.
Drew was like, are you crying?
This morning, that picture, and I was literally had like a tear. I was like, it was so cute.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if Daytona, is that her name?
Dayton. My mom called her Daytona this morning too. I was like, Dayton. My mom said the same thing. She was like, they need to Daytona. I was like, Dayton.
I guess if Dayton comes back and tries again, like, that could be maybe the saving grace.
I saw she is. Her mom, what do you think of her mom? Her mom seems kind of scary. Like, I think that they make it seem like her mom's like, I want you to make the team. But I think behind closed doors, her mom's like, you better fucking
I think behind closed. No, Kelly was kind of alluding to that. She was like, well, I don't know how things are at home, but I was like,
do you want me to tell your mom or do you? And she's like, I guess I will. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I feel like the mom's really intense.
She drove till 3 a.m. and didn't want to go home. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
God.
And they were like mad that they didn't tell her. And I'm kind of like, well, your daughter drove around for hours and hours scared to tell you. So
I think that.
Which they should have.
I agree. Like, when Kelly said she was in my daughter's wedding, you're that close with somebody. Say your mom is so close with somebody and she, like, your mom's a boss of a job and she's interviewing, like, say your mom was interviewing me or whatever, or your mom's really good friend, daughter, or whatever, and she didn't tell her, like, that's fucked up. I felt like that was fucked up.
No,
you know what
she
I mean?
should have said something 100%. But, like, let me say this. There is no nepotism in the DCC.
No.
Not an ounce.
No.
The best girl gets the job. And I respect it.
Even Kelly's daughter was an SMU cheerleader, and she didn't even step foot on she was like, no, like, she's in cheer and dance. Like,
I think she did for 1 year. So one of her, not Kelly's, the other one.
Judy, maybe.
I think Judy, because they showed her daughter and it said DCC, it said a year. So I think she did it. But no, like, I mean, it's crazy. Like, that Ohio State girl was so impressive. Like, the way she was dancing, and then to see them be like, I don't know if she's gonna make it. And it's so I think the best part about the show is like you really get an insight into like why they do what they do, because when they say it and you're watching, you're like, oh yeah, like she's muscle mama next to all these girls. Like you can see it.
Yeah, and like
you can see.
Like she was like, my dance style like was way different. This is like cheer and like different. Like I come from like dance. Like we are lifting. We are like, she's like that.
No,
but
she looks so good. I low-key was like, gotta get in the gym.
I loved her, and I was gonna be so sad. Like that she was like an Ohio queen. I was like, love it. Her like solo was so good. I was like, oh, this girl's like the star. Like she's
no same. Like the solo, I was like, oh, she's on the team. And then like, but then when it started, I was like it is such a different beast, this thing, and them being like
moves, like she wasn't like,
they were like, you need to fit in but you need to stand out, and it's like this very intricate like way of maneuvering, and I totally saw it. Like
totally same. I was really surprised they put through the young girl, to be honest with you.
Same.
Like she looked,
when they showed the one girl, I was like, no, that was the one that I was like, I know it's so impressive. She's in college. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it's impressive.
I don't think 18-year-olds should be on a professional NFL dance team. I'm sorry. I don't.
think what their thought process was there, and like that, this is my theory, is and why they chose her over the other is because she's younger and she'll be like, she's like on their bench, like she'll be around for a long time. Like she's like somebody who they can have for years and years and years and years, and like she'll just get better, and they can like groom her, kind of, not in like a bad way, but like they can grow her. And the other girl was like in
which
her 20s.
I guess I see that. I don't know. It's
that
just
was my
like
theory
you think
on
about,
why they picked
think
her.
about you at 18.
No, she looked 16 also. Like she looks so
and
young.
Also like if there's any young girls listening, saying I've never eaten a vegetable before, like that makes you look 12. Like when that was her fun, did you see that?
Yes.
A fun fact about me is I've never had a vegetable. I was like,
first of all, like,
okay.
How? Well, she's from Texas. Like, I could see it happening, to be honest.
Also,
but
like, you definitely have, girl. Your mom definitely gave you a vegetable as a child. Like,
yeah, maybe just not.
And if she didn't, like, yikes.
Her parents were on the show. They seem nice. They were cute.
They seem fine. I don't care. But like, I just thought that was so. When she said that, I was like, oh, how old is this girl? 12? And then she's like, I'm 18. I was like,
she looked like, when they're talking about how they look in the line or whatever, like I could see her, and she stands out as like, that girl looks so young. Like not in like a whoa.
She does. And like, I'm not gonna lie, you know, the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders, like it's like a sexy thing for a lot of people, and like I do think like the barely legal 18-year-old is a little inappropriate.
I agree.
Sorry.
What do you think about Shondi?
I do.
And her scandalo.
Okay, I kind of like missed that.
So they
went in the Bahamas?
Yes, they went to the Bahamas.
So they're at the Bahamas right now, and she like takes a guy home.
So they do a whole thing after about it. Like essentially, like they're at this hotel, and like, you know, they're really big on security, which they cover in the first season, because like people are very inappropriate with them, and like it's like they're sexy, like we said, like they're sex symbols, and they're like very strict about their location and like where they are. So they were like in the Bahamas, but they like weren't saying like where they were specifically, you know what I mean? And she like brought a guy back into her room, and she was like sharing a room with other people, and she says she didn't hook up with him, but
and she has a boyfriend.
Well, they were broken, so she'll go into that, how like they break up. Which, another thing, these fucking guys and their literal bombshell wives and girlfriends, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm sorry, like, I'm not trying to be mean, like, I'm sure they're so nice and supportive.
That's how I felt watching Mormon Wives. I was like, who are these fugly guys?
Like, I mean, Reese's husband is like the sweetest guy ever.
No, and we've gotten to know him. He's great.
But like, oh my God, like she is literally so hot. I'm sure they're have a love.
Everyone has but like they've just actually that one girl from last year, her boyfriend who proposed for her was hot. I remember that.
Yeah, Kelsey, she posted.
No, I know. Like, let's just. But the only thing I will say is like, I just feel like this whole like you can't date a football player thing needs to end, because like
I know
that'd be so cute. Like I want a football player and cheerleader. Like Charlie, go get Dak. He'd love you.
Oh, Charlie, yeah. No, but
Charlie and Dak.
These girls' boyfriends, I'm like, what the fuck?
No, like, it's wild.
It's
crazy. Because that one guy's an 18-year-old.
Not him.
That blonde
He's actually
guy?
kind of cute. Like he's
I thought he
kind of
was
cute.
weird looking. I was like, who's
I'm
this
not
little boy on
referring
my
to
screen?
him.
Like, no, I
I'm
just thought that
referring
whole
to some
thing,
of the
like,
others. I'm not referring to
the
him. I'm referring
maturity,
to
and, like, yes. But anyway, I think the 18-year-old's inappropriate. I think the boys are ugly, and, like, the girls are
I can say it
gorgeous.
now
And
because him and Shandi aren't together, but like her boyfriend, like he was like so crazy looking. I was like, what the fuck?
oh my God, Shadi, I can't believe you did that. Did she get in big trouble? Did she
They
get kicked
weren't.
off?
No, that's the thing. Like they just like totally slid it under the rug, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" Like we would all like anybody else would have gotten in so much trouble for this, but like because it's Shandi and she's like a star, like they let it slide. And she takes a bunch of time
Well-
off, and she's not even there, and then she's like retiring, and everybody just like lets it go.
Well, okay.
You can watch it. People were not happy about it. Like it was like really
I'll watch it
interesting.
and see.
Yeah. I'm turning my
Yeah,
light on.
well, she didn't get her big payout, and the other people do. So
And the other thing is
Too bad for
Victoria. Like I don't need to see Victoria. I've had enough. Like there's a whole episode about her in New York, and I'm just like, I don't need to see this.
oh, I didn't know that. I haven't
I'm
gotten to
literally
that.
like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't think a season 3 is gonna happen. Like, I feel like everyone who didn't watch the Making the Team show, which like I didn't, I've only ever seen like clips on TikTok. Like, we all saw it. We all went, wow,
Yeah.
this is amazing. And, like, you saw dreams come true. You saw dreams crushed. And like the girls came back. They made their team, and like there's really no like story happening where I'm like, oh, I want to see what happens next year. You know?
I'm Googling if they're filming it because they're in training camp right now. So like they would be filming it right now. Are they filming DCC season 3? Okay.
I mean,
yes, they are filmed. Netflix is on the Netflix.
okay, then I could see either season 3 needs to be spicy or it'll
This
be
Shandi
all done.
thing, which you haven't gotten to yet, like does really spice things up, to be honest. Like
I
was
know, but like I
whoa.
feel like you know how popular. Like I feel like I didn't even know the show came out, and you were like, "Did you watch it yet?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And
I
like,
was ready.
I feel like with the other one, I was like, "Oh my
I
God,
was late.
they're like
See,
it
I
was."
had the opposite. I didn't watch the last one till the fall. Like I was like, I don't want to watch this. Like it's gonna stress me out.
And that too, it should really have come out in the fall, like
But
like
it's
during
going
football
on.
season.
The season had already it's so late.
No,
Like that's the
I
thing.
know, but like I just feel like it's a fun like pre-football thing.
Or it should come out like
Get me in the
sooner.
mood for football,
Like it should come out
or
like
sooner.
closer after it's done because literally I'm like, oh, I can Google. Like I'll see Dayton
Yeah.
on my
It's
screen
not like
this year. I'll
it's-
be like, oh, there she is. Like I knew Charlie and Kelly made the team because I saw them at a game.
Well, yeah, that too.
I'm like, there they
same.
are. Congrats.
And like, you know, it's not like the Cowboys are gonna make the Super Bowl, so they can put it
Might.
out early. Not
But
they're probably
they
not
do,
gonna make the
like,
playoffs.
they did like that's when I saw them was Thanksgiving because they do that big Thanksgiving game in the halftime show. I'm like, there's Charlie.
Yeah,
Like
I
there
saw
she
that.
is. Like you know what I
She made
mean? Like
it.
yeah, like it's like whoa, like spoiler alert.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's nothing like too like I don't know. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's true. It's
But it's a
true,
good
but
show.
it's a
I
good
enjoy
show, and we'll let you guys know how it ends and stay updated. But I feel like that's the end of today. So
That's all we have to say about that. Yeah.
that's all we have to say.
You don't wanna
And
talk
hope
about
everyone-
Lyndsey Hubbard.
I don't give a fuck about Lyndsey Hubbard, and I hope everyone has a great week. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.